Hey everybody, welcome back to Barber Tave's Barber Shop at Home on Christmas Eve. That's right, well, Christmas Eve day. Hope everybody's doing well and all set for the holidays and so forth. And we're going to do a straight shave again today for Christmas Eve. Now you probably noticed that this soap has a little bit of almost a tan or a taupe color when it's lathered. And it's in the high 40s, low 50s. 20-mile-an-hour winds and rain. It's been raining since about 4 o'clock in the morning, so definitely feels a lot like Christmas. And this is a soap I don't get a chance to use very often because of the warm weather, but this is a perfect Christmas scent, although you wouldn't think so based on what it is. Now, with a soap that looks kind of like churned butter, it would be interesting to see what people are thinking. But it is one of CBL's finest. He made this for me. Oh God, this is an older. You'll tell by the tub. Well, this is older, but I am a huge fan of Montial's Chocolate Greedy, and although the post office is kind of messed up and I don't have it yet, but this is a perfect warm soap. And what we're using today is, in the old tubs, CBL Chocolate Chip. Now, I don't know how he does it, because this is what the soap looks like when it's right out of the tub. So it looks like a big hunk of milk chocolate. But once you add water, and once you start lathering, it turns into this, you can't really see it on the camera, but it's almost a taupe color lather. It does whiten up a little bit, and you know, in typical CBL fashion, the soap is fantastic. But when you, the scent off the soap, when you first open it up and maybe float a little bit of water on it, smells like milk chocolate. You know, just a beautiful milk chocolate smell, all the fragrances that go along with it. Now, here's where things get weird. When you start lathering it, it basically smells like a baking chocolate chip cookie, or that right out of the oven smell of a chocolate chip cookie. I mean, every single nuance of the fragrance is there. I mean, it is pretty amazing, in my opinion. So, I always look forward to this shave. Like I said, I don't get to use it as much as I'd like because of the warmth, because it does create a lot of warmth. It's a nice warm scent. There's another scent that's made by Henriette and Victoria called La Fleur Foncée, and it's the same way. It's a really warm scent. I think there is a little bit of cinnamon in this, because I do get a little bit of a reaction, but I always have. And for the razor today, another razor I haven't used in a while, and the reason why we're using it is because it's green and red for Christmas, and it's a Brian Brown 5/8. So. And that noise you hear in the background is probably Avocado Queen wrapping stuff. Which is good because it's Christmas Eve. There hasn't been a lot of talk about Brian Brown razors lately. There was a time when everybody wanted one. And they're a wonderful razor. Probably could have added just a little bit more water to the soap, but it's still wonderful. And like I said, you get that fresh baked chocolate chip cookie, and then it mellows out a little bit as you're shaving, but you still, there's no doubt what this soap is. You know, you almost catch a little hint of peanut butter, maybe. And that could just probably be the baking spices and stuff like that in the soap. Good first pass. I think I'll add a little bit of water. But typical CBL fashion. So if you're a member of the cadre, don't forget to check out, we did our "Twas the Night Before Christmas" TSC style video, and that video is up in both the Rudolph thread and the general, so check that out if you get a chance. And I mentioned this before on that video, and I think I mention it as often as I can. For all those of you that are members of the TSC and have stuck with us through we're going on 4 years now, we appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do. We appreciate you being members. And we hope that we've made the TSC feel like family, because that's kind of our whole idea, is to make it feel like family. Don't forget, if you're in the Rudolph exchange tomorrow morning or after midnight tonight, or if you are a person or a family that opens up their gifts on Christmas Eve, please, at least, as Rudolph has said, please at least take a picture. We prefer opening videos because opening videos are fun. However, let's see what you got. Well, I think we're going to test the Eliquis today, because I did a touchdown, and this razor is so sharp, all you have to do is just literally touch the skin. I felt a little zap, but we'll see. This razor is probably every bit as sharp as my MK32. A little bit more forgiving. Well, so far so good. It doesn't look that bad. Also, this is going to be a little bit gross, but one of my viewers had asked me to show the whiskers coming off, because apparently, I guess on video, it doesn't look like I've got a lot of shave. This is a day's growth, so I just shaved yesterday. And so you can see, it does take off quite a bit. So there you go. Because I know some people don't shave every day. I do. And I get a pretty good growth every day. Not like Nurse Dave, where you could just snap his fingers and probably have a full beard. And speaking of Nurse Dave, don't forget to check him out right up here. Nurse Dave's Place. Also, Major Rich. Also, Bill M. Also, one of my good friends who finally started doing videos again after almost a year hiatus, Spider. So please check those guys out, support them. They're legacy members of the TSC, and they promote the TSC, and we certainly appreciate it when they post their videos. family and I have a little tradition that we do every Christmas Eve. And I'm sure everybody's got a tradition that we do. And what we're doing, what we normally do, although there's been a couple of changes since my diabetes diagnosis, but I told my doctor, I said, you know what, I'm cheating, deal with it. And of course, I'm fasting during the day, so my carb count will be good. But we have, there's a real good place that is the only place I know of that's either San Francisco style or New York style Chinese food. And so we'll get takeout tonight, and then we'll watch It's a Wonderful Life. That's kind of our Christmas Eve tradition. So in the comments section, write down what your Christmas Eve traditions are if you want. And if you like what you see on this channel and you'd like to see more, if there's certain things that you would like to see me shave with or do, please write it down in the comments. But in the meantime, check right down here or right down here. It's one of the two places. I think it's right here. You'll see a barber pole with a cowboy hat on it. Hit that to subscribe to my channel, and then there's a little bell. Ring that to be reminded of when myself and the TSC puts out more videos. And we appreciate, I think we just went over 560 subscribers, and I appreciate it. My next thing is to hope to get to 1,000. So if you know anybody that wants to get bored for 30 minutes watching me shave and talk about shaving things and barbering things, have them subscribe. Plus, don't forget to come see us. Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com. Okay, great shave. It looks like I didn't touch down, which is good. That'll make my doctor feel good, I guess. A little bit of cleanup though. And a little bit of cleanup in the knuckle area, as I expected. But not too much. All right, let's see how we did. Brain Brown razor did great, as it always does. Just a fun razor to use. Well, I was hoping to have my Essence Vitalis razor in today, but unfortunately it just left New York, so made it over from Zurich in just a day, but obviously with the Christmas holiday, I had a feeling that was going to happen. So I should have it Monday or Tuesday, I hope. All right, let's see how we did. So far, it's been pretty good with me just getting back into straight razor shaving. A couple of little zaps. That one that I thought that I touched down, I think it was just probably an angry follicle. A little bit of a sting over my lip, but I'm still trying to get the touch back with the different razors, and so that'll probably take some time. And that, of course, was Peraso alum. I really like that stuff. And when thinking about what would be a good accompaniment to the chocolate chip and the chocolate greedy aftershave, as far as a layered post shave, of course, it's always going to be Thayer's. Thayer's, are you listening? Nurse Dave and I are crying into the wind, as well as Major Rich. Come see us. Take care of us. All right, our brush today was the Sorrentino Corleone with a synthetic knot. And so what I figured is the chocolate greedy, the actual EDP, or the fragrance by Montiel, has a little bit of a floral note to it. And I think it's a lavender note. So, of course, we're going to be using Thayer's Lavender. Very light, but just enough to add a little bit of floral to the aftershave. And the EDT that we're going to be using, like I said, I don't have the Montiel, but we're going to do something that I used a couple days ago that is good for a cold, dreary, wet, rainy, windy Christmas Eve. Plus the fact that we are celebrating some of us, our Savior. It's got a very church-like cathedral feel to it. Now, the chocolate greedy is interesting because it's very deeply chocolate, but I would say it's almost, if this makes sense, a rosy chocolate fudge. It gives a really nice accompaniment to the chocolate chip. So once again, CBL Chocolate Greedy. And I don't know if that was one that he put out on the market or not, or if it was just made. We'll do a little bit of talc. Not much. Oh, I guess we're going to do more than I thought. Well, actually, you know what? It's snowing. That's the excuse I'll use. It's actually snowing. Wow. I guess the term kablamo is good. It's like I got hit with a flower bomb. But I do this for your entertainment, of course. And for, I'm sure, the lovely comments that my brother Nurse Dave, who we share such a wonderful name, but I was first. That's because I'm old. Wow. Wasn't planning on using talc today. Well, I guess I used talc. Anyways, the EDT that we're going to be using, and I always call this Cathedral Gothic. It's a darker scent, but it's also very, very, it reminds me of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, at the Vatican, and it's just wondering. I mean, if there was a different name besides Elixir, I'd call it Catholic. It's just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful scent. And it adds just enough brightness to tone down that chocolate just a little bit. Just, you know, it's the one you want to just keep spraying on. So anyhow, that's it, folks. Thanks for joining me at Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home for a Christmas Eve shave. We wish you and your families the happiest of holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Festivus, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. You get the whole idea. Once again, don't forget to check us out at www.theshavingcadre.com and check out all our other video guys over at the forum as well. So enjoy your Christmas Eve. Hope it's with biowarm fire, good food, good family. And for the members of the TSA, I've said it before, I'll say it again, and Chris, Chad, and I share the same sentiments. Thank you so much for your membership. You have no idea how much that means. And Merry Christmas.